Peace everyone, thank you for joining me and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Zoena, aka ZuZuNatural. I am the owner of Inner Outer Balance Crystal Shop along with Cosmic Crystal subscription box. If you're interested in finding out more about either of those, information is in the description below. So today we are going to conclude our 7 chakra series. And so this will be the 7th chakra, the crown chakra. Before we get started, as I've said in every single video, if you have not watched the first chakra and then second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth in order, please go back and do that. I'll try to link it above somewhere, but I have a playlist so you can start at the root, which is where you really need to start. You want it, that is your foundation, right? And so when you are building upon, you want to have a solid foundation. So I want you to start at the root, work your way up to the sacral, work your way up to the solar plexus, work your way up to the heart, work your way up to the throat, work your way up to the third eye, and now the crown. The crown chakra. So your crown chakra is your 7th chakra. It's located at the top of your head, and it is associated with thought. It's associated with spirit, spirituality, consciousness, the oneness of it all, the universal consciousness. And so it's more than what you can see. It's more about what you can't see, right? The spirit and consciousness of everything. The color associated with the crown chakra is violet, but also white. So keep in mind, both of those colors are associated with that chakra. So of course, when we're talking about crystals, you'll have your violet crystals, you'll have your white, clear, or transparent crystals. And also keep in mind that they're not necessarily exclusively associated with that chakra. All of the upper chakras kind of vibrate in, especially from the third eye up, kind of vibrate in that purpley, for lack of better words, color spectrum. So your violets, your indigos, your purple, they vibrate in that color range. And so it just depends on what you want to use it for, what kind of work you want to use it for. For example, your amethyst is associated with the third eye, but it's also associated with the crown. I prefer to use it for third eye work. However, you might prefer to use it for crown work. So it's just really a personal preference, but they're associated with both. So your crown chakra is associated with higher consciousness, right? Evolution of consciousness, your spirit, spirituality. And when I say spirituality, I don't want you to think that means one specific thing. We are spiritual beings, so there is no way for you not to be spiritual, right? So your spirituality looks the way you want it to look. Now, the vibration, that's a different thing. You might be vibrating on a higher level, on a lower level, depending on how you choose to own your spirituality, how you choose to practice your spirituality, but it's all spiritual. So your crown chakras is all about your association with your higher self, your connection to everything, right? Your consciousness, this universal consciousness. And so moving towards enlightenment, which we know is a forever unfolding journey, right? As much as we like to think we've arrived, we have never arrived. We are always in the process of becoming. We're always in the process of transforming. And the beauty of this is that you get to choose the direction of that transformation. Transforming and unflowering consciously, right? On purpose, with purpose, or not, right? It's up to you. There's no wrong way to do this thing. That's the beauty of this life, right? There's no wrong way to do it. There's no wrong way to do it. Whatever you are doing is right for you. But the goal is to be consciously creating and not just moving through life, kind of letting things happen as they happen. When your crown chakra is in alignment, you are connected to the world and those around you. You have purpose. You are motivated by your purpose, by your passions. You are standing in your own light. You are your own unique self, but at the same time, you realize that you are just an expression of one universal consciousness. When your crown chakra is out of alignment, boy, there is so much going on. You might feel stuck. You certainly have no purpose. you are not connected to anything. You're not connected to the world. You're not connected to people. You're not connected to yourself. Depression, skepticism, excessive sarcasm. How many of you are out there with that one? Bored, often bored. That's a sign of being out of alignment with your crown chakra. And of course, being narrow-minded or closed-minded, unable to see others' viewpoints, unable to see other people's truths, unable to empathize and stand in other people's shoes, all out of alignment. Of course, other chakras and energy zones are working within that because they're all connected, but those are connected with the crown chakra. So like with all the other chakras, of course, there are numerous ways to help get your crown chakra in alignment. One of those ways, which we've talked about in other videos, is yoga, right? So yoga is a mind, body, spirit activity. And so it is excellent for the crown chakra. Of course, there are certain postures or salutations that work best for alignment for the crown chakra. And I'm sure you can guess what one of those is. Headstands. So any form of a headstand is excellent. It's an excellent pose, posture, salutation to help get your crown chakra in alignment. I love headstands, by the way. I am like a headstand fool. I love them. Breath work is really excellent for the crown chakra, and we're going to do just a little exercise, and it's just the alternate nostril breathing. So maybe you've done this, but I'll walk you through it and then we'll go ahead and do it. So it's super easy. All you're going to do is we'll start with our right nostril, and we're going to take our right thumb and we're going to put it on our nostril and press it down, and we're going to breathe in through the left. Deep, deep breath. We're going to hold it. Then we're going to take our other finger and breathe out the other side. And we can alternate. No, we will alternate, not can. We want to do both sides, and we'll do the left side. Breathe in very deeply, hold it. Let it out. So it's just an example. Now we're going to do it. This exercise is excellent for releasing tension, anxiety, boosting your concentration and your focus. And so you can do this any time of the day you so choose, and it's wonderful because it's quick and easy. Okay, so let's begin. Now, don't you feel better? Wasn't that nice? And you can do that multiple times. You don't have to just do one cycle. You can do as many cycles as you need, but just feel how good you feel, right? Isn't it how nice how you could just like shift your energy and your vibration with just a couple of simple things? So that's one way you can help to align your crown chakra, with breathing exercises, with breath work, and that's just one breathing exercise. There are numerous mantras, and you can repeat mantras throughout the day. You can do mantras while you're meditating. You can make up your mantra. It doesn't have to be anything that you've read or anything that I've said. One that I like is, I honor my spirit because my spirit is divine. I love that one because we are divine spiritual beings, right? Sometimes we don't always act like it, but we are divine spiritual beings. And so saying that mantra helps, reminds us, number one, and then puts us in the mind frame and the energy to actually act like a divine spirit and a divine spiritual being. So mantras, make up your own. Get creative with it. They can be short, they can be long. It just depends on what your spirit is feeling and what you want to say to yourself and to the universe, which are one and the same. Now, we've talked about foods in other videos, other chakra videos, about foods associated with different chakras. Now, for the crown chakra, it's a little different because it is the lack of food that we'll be talking about. So trying to align your crown chakra or balance your crown chakra or even have your crown chakra open is fasting. That's one of the best ways. Fasting. If you fasted, you notice that you start to get this clarity of thought, this focus, this creativity. Everything just starts to really feel wonderful. Your senses are heightened, right? And so fasting, it can be as simple as doing a intermittent fasting, where you're just going to take a couple of hours out of the day where you eat. Maybe you eat 4 hours and then don't eat for 20 hours. You eat for 8 hours, don't eat for 16 hours. You can do it that way. But my favorite way is just to straight up fast. Now, I don't dry fast and I don't recommend it. And also, if you are fasting, make sure you check in with your physician. I am not a physician. I am just a person who fasts and has been fasting for over 20 years. And it makes my body, mind, spirit feel fabulous. So that's what I'm saying, okay? I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just giving you what I do. So I just want to get that out the way. So fasting, I have not done a dry fast. Actually, I tried a dry fast and I was like, no, this is no bueno. This is no good, not for me. So I water fast. I have done 1 day water fast, 3 day water fast, 7 day water fast, 14-day water fast. I haven't done a 21 day as of yet, but I think I might want to give it a shot one day. But 14 is like life changing. 14-day water fast is like, oh my gosh, by the end of the 14 days, you are a new person. And so I recommend trying some water fasting. Start off with a day and work your way up. Maybe you want to do like a live food cleanse, right? And so what you're doing is you're fasting from cooked food, not so much fasting from food, but you're not taking in cooked food, you're not taking in processed food, and so you're only giving yourself fresh fruits, vegetables, maybe even in the form of juices. So that's a form of fasting, or cleansing, I should say. And so you can do any of that to help get your crown chakra in alignment. Crystals associated with your crown chakra. So the crystals I'm going to show you are going to be your white crystals, your kind of milky crystals, your transparent crystals. But keep in mind, also your violet colored crystals are associated with the crown chakra. But I've shown you those already in other videos, particularly the third eye chakra. I showed you the lepidolite and the amethyst. Those are also associated with the crown chakra. But we're just going to look at the ones that we haven't talked about. So selenite. Selenite is one of my absolute favorite crystals. You guys know I talk about it all the time. I love selenite, and I really don't think that you can have enough selenite in your collection. I don't think you can have enough. It is a cleansing, clearing, purifying stone. You need it. You need it in your collection. We also have howlite. Howlite's associated with the crown chakra. Some examples of howlite. We have white agate. It's a piece of white agate. We've got one of my other favorites, scolecite. Scolecite is part of the Synergy 12 crystal collection, which is 12 high vibrational crystals that are excellent for spiritual ascension, evolution of consciousness. Moldavite is one of those. We know about moldavite. We don't often talk about scolecite. And so this is scolecite. This is a scolecite flower. And so this is what it looks like in its more raw flower state. And this is it polished and smooth. We also have clear quartz. Of course, we cannot talk about the crown chakra without the master healer, right? This is the master healer, and that is clear quartz. And I have some variations of clear quartz. I also have this guy. This is a celestial clear quartz, and it's also known as skeleton quartz, and it has these little windows. I think also window quartz it's called. It's really excellent for meditation. I have a celestial quartz here, also known as candle quartz or pineapple quartz, and that is more of a milky, not so clear, but it's still a quartz. And of course I showed you that. And then we've got this guy, which is a clear quartz that has been treated with an angel aura coating, which you see is that little bit of rainbowness to it. And the angel aura is a heat treatment that is then treated with metals such as gold, silver, platinum, and it helps amplify the energy of the stone. In this sense, clear quartz is already an amplifier of energy, so it's amplifying the amplifier. So love that. Let's get into a little more detail about some, and we'll start with clear quartz, the master healer. When people ask me what's the first crystal they should purchase, I'm not going to tell you the first crystal that you should purchase, because you really should go with what speaks to you, what calls you, because that's what you need. But when you are building a crystal collection, you want to make sure that this is included in that crystal collection. It should be one of the first, if not the first crystal you buy, within definitely the top 5, right? So when I have a video that's 5 crystals that everyone should own. This is that first crystal that everyone should own. Clear quartz, the master healer, the amplifier of energy. This crystal is excellent for focus, clarity, right? Clarity of thought. This is the crystal pretty much when it's like, oh, what crystal goes well with whatever? It's going to be this crystal, because this crystal is going to amplify the energy of whatever you put it with. And so it's going to pair well with any and all crystals. I've never worked with a crystal and paired it with clear quartz and it did not just intensify and amplify that energy just beautifully. And so if you're wondering where to start with crystal pairings, you take whatever crystal it is you're working with and pair it with clear quartz. That's going to amplify that energy. That's going to increase that energy, and it's going to help you have clarity and focus within whatever it is that you're working with. I love clear quartz. So you got to have this guy in your collection, and that's associated with your crown chakra. Also excellent for manifesting, right? Because we talked about that amplification of the energy. So it helps amplify those manifestations. It helps magnify those and amplify those intentions. It's wonderful for meditation. It's a great one for meditation if you want to utilize crystals in your meditation and you don't know where to start. This is a really good one to start with because it is just excellent. It helps clear out your entire system, right? Your auric field. It helps align all of your chakras. It's excellent for all of the zodiac signs. So it's not necessarily associated with one particular zodiac sign. It works for all of them. Like this is the one right here. This is the one. This is the Neo of the crystal world. Okay, so that's clear quartz. Selenite. Selenite's one of my personal favorites. I love selenite. It's also one of my most used crystals. And it's one of my most used crystals because it is so versatile. It is a cleansing and clarifying and purifying crystal. It is excellent. You can purify and cleanse and charge your other crystals. If you have like a piece like this, right? Flat piece, you can place your crystals on top of it and you are cleansing, clearing, and charging those crystals. You can do that. Just leave them overnight, 12 hours or so, you're good to go. It's a really easy way to cleanse and charge crystals. You can cleanse and charge yourself. One of my favorite things to do, and I've showed you guys this in other videos, is to cleanse my auric field with a piece of selenite. We have a emergency vehicle in the background, so I'm gonna pause. When you come in from engaging with the world and peopling, if you're an introvert and an empath like myself, peopling can be exhausting sometimes, and you come in and you just need to get back into yourself and kind of get some of that energy off from the day. This helps removes negative energy. It helps remove all that debris that's stuck to you like lint, right? And you just give yourself a nice auric field shower, combing, brushing, whatever you want to call it, and you just make sure you get your entire body. And I like to call this a spiritual shower, right? And so you're cleansing that energy, you're washing that energy clean. So this is a really excellent one for that. I love selenite. Selenite is also an excellent stone to help you get in touch with your guardian angels, your spirit guides, right? Those from the celestial realm. So this is a really good one to meditate with if that's something that you're trying to do, is to connect with those spirit guides, connect with those guardian angels, have conversations with them and receive guidance. This is an excellent one for that. Selenite's also excellent for dream recall. So it's excellent for sweet dreams, pleasant dreams. And so you pop this under your pillow and you're going to have nice, pleasant dreams. But when you wake up, what you'll do is you'll just grab it and kind of try to hold on to that dream, to recall it, to remember it, to get those messages that you need to get from your dreams, because very often that is your spirit guides, that is your guardian angels connecting with you, giving you guidance in your dreams, right? And so this is an excellent one for that. It's also excellent for headaches. Okay, if you have headaches, this is a wonderful one. You can kind of just run it over your forehead like such. You don't even have to touch it. However, if you have like a smaller piece, do I have a smaller piece? You can take that and just rest it on your forehead. It works wonderful. I've also used it for toothaches. I've used it for cramps. It's just an excellent purification stone. It's wonderful. Like selenite does it all. Howlite. So a lot of times you guys are seeing howlite and you don't even know it. So very often turquoise is sold as turquoise. Is not turquoise. It is dyed howlite, right? So they'll take the howlite, dye it blue, and call it turquoise, because true turquoise is not very abundant, not like howlite is, and it's much more expensive than howlite. And so they'll dye this and they'll call it turquoise, and you're like, oh, I've got turquoise. So a lot of the turquoise you see on the market is dyed howlite. And so if you've actually been seeing howlite and didn't even know it. So howlite is an excellent stone for patience. This is a really good one for patience. It's great for anxiety. It's great for stress. This one in particular, if you are a hothead, right? You get angry really quickly. You pop off real quickly. You're very fiery with your temper. This is a wonderful one to work with and have. Like you might want to have a piece of jewelry, whether it be bracelets or necklaces, to help curb that anger and that fiery temper. This is a wonderful one for it. Howlite. So I talked a little bit about this guy in the beginning, and this is scolecite, one of my favorite crystals. This is a scolecite flower. Here is it in a smooth form. This is a scolecite wand. It has a pearly kind of texture that you can't really see. I wish you could, but the light is just so bright. Here is a scolecite palm stone. You can kind of see that pearlescent. And here's a scolecite cube. So I have scolecite in all different forms. I have a lot of this in the shop too, just because it is one of my favorite stones. Actually, I have a lot of the crown chakra crystals, period. So scolecite, like I said before, is part of the Synergy 12 stone collection, and that is 12 high vibrational crystals that are excellent for spiritual ascension, evolution of consciousness, just really helping you with your journey to evolving to higher consciousness and upgrading the whole universal consciousness as a whole. And so this is scolecite, and moldavite is one of those crystals. I'm wearing my moldavite right there, but moldavite is also one of the more well-known Synergy 12. Also you have phenakite, tanzanite. I don't remember all 12 off the top of my head, but that's some of them. And scolecite, I love scolecite. So scolecite is excellent for, it's a stone of inner peace. It's wonderful to meditate with. I like to pop this under my pillow as well. It's wonderful for sweet, pleasant dreams, also connecting with those guardian angels and those spirit guides. It's really wonderful for dream recall. It's wonderful for past life regression. It's wonderful for all things spiritual. It also pairs well with a lot of crystals, a lot of different crystals. A lot of the crown chakra crystals pair well with other crystals. Although this is a high vibrational crystal, to me it is a more gentle high vibrational crystal. You don't feel it as strong as you feel like moldavite. Moldavite, sometimes I have to put it down, especially if it's a bigger piece. And I feel like, yes, you do feel this. It is high vibration, and you realize that when you're working with it, but it's not so intense that you have to like put it down and be like, whoo, I gotta put that down for a while. It's not like that. I love to meditate with scolecite because it helps you release all that gunk that you don't need and that you hold on to, particularly in your heart. So yes, it's associated with the crown, but it really works on releasing everything that's weighing down your heart. And so you can have alignment, particularly in those upper chakras. It's just great. It's great for your memory. It's great for focus. Remember, a lot of the clear crystals are great for focus. And the thing I really love about crystals is you can go as deep as you choose to go with them. So if you want to keep it simple and you just want to feel good, so to speak, and have a higher vibration, you can do that. But if you want to dive deeper into working with crystals, so maybe you astral travel, you do astral projection, this is a great one for that, right? So when you're sleeping, you're not just getting your sleep on and resting your body, but you're actually doing things, right, in the astral realm. This is a really excellent one for that. If you work with psychedelics, entheogens in any way, whether it be mushrooms, DMT, whatever that case, this is a really good one for that as well. And so if you are on a trip, you might want to take some scolecite with you. And so this one is scolecite, one of my favorites. So that is the crown chakra. Do you have a favorite crown chakra crystal? I don't know if I can choose between selenite and scolecite. It's kind of a tie. I use selenite a lot more, so I probably have to go with selenite just because I use this all the time. Scolecite, I love it, but I don't use it as often. Like, what's your favorite? What's your favorite crown chakra crystal? Whether it be one that I mentioned or one that I didn't mention. And what's a way you like to use them? We didn't get into that. So as far as using your crown chakra crystals, you can use them the same way we've used all the other crystals, right? So we talked about the easiest way, in my opinion, is to wear your crystals. That's the easiest way. You put it on. So now, hold on, let me back up. When you get your crystals, make sure that you are prepping your crystals, right? Because you want to set the tone for you to be able to get the best out of them. So when I say wearing your crystals is the easiest way because they do the work, well, remember, you have to do work too, always, because this is your journey, right? The crystals are spiritual tools to assist you in your journey. They don't do the work. You do the work, right? But they carry the vibration that assists you in doing the work. And so when you get a new piece of crystal jewelry or crystals, period, make sure that you do a nice cleanse. Now, when you do cleanses, there are various ways to do cleanses. You can smudge it, right? You can wash it with water if it's something that can be wet. You can energetically cleanse it with your energy. You don't even have to do any of those other techniques. You can use your energy to energetically cleanse that crystal, which is one of my favorite ways to do because you always have you. And so you can do that right on the spot when you buy your crystal and get right into wearing it and using it. You don't have to wait till you get home and light up your sage or spark up the water. And so make sure you energetically cleanse your crystals and then program them with your intentions. You should always be setting intentions with everything that you do, releasing those desires, those wishes, those intentions into the universe, and your crystals are no different. So let your crystal know what you would like to work with it on. And so with your crystal jewelry, make sure you do that. So crystal jewelry is one of my favorite ways to use crystals because it's easy. Like, I put this on, it's cute, right? But it's also functional. So crystal jewelry, meditating with your crystals, whether you hold the crystal in one hand or both hands. We've talked about this. Your giving hand is your right, your receiving hand is your left. And so you can play with that and see how it makes you feel. You can do it in both. So you can meditate with your crystals. You can use larger pieces, like this guy is a little dish, a little bowl. This can be home decor. You can put things in here. So now you have the energy of the howlite vibrating and releasing in the room, but it's also cute. So you can use them as decor. Same thing with this. This has a point. It's shooting that energy out, but it's also cute. So you can use your crystals that way. And so there are numerous ways that you can functionally use your crystals and not just have them and go, oh, what do I do now? What do I do? And so that's some of the ways you can use your crystals. Now, remember we talked about doing body grids in another video. I haven't talked about that in a while. That's one of my favorite ways to use crystals. You do a body grid on yourself or have someone like me, a crystal healer, do a body grid on you. And you can take a small crystal like this guy here. This is a piece of white agate. And you can place that right on your third eye. You can place it on your crown and you can lay down and really just get in tune with that crystal. Feel what of that crystal's energy, how it interacts with your energy. Feel if it feels like it's cleansing and clearing. Feel if it feels like it's releasing the debris and helping you with focus and clarity. Actually sit there and feel that, and I bet you will feel it, but you have to really relax. You have to let go. You have to just clear your mind, and this is a wonderful way to do that. You just lay down and you can place that here, you can place that here. Sometimes I put my hair in a little top knot, and then I stick the crystal right into the top knot so it stays, and I lay down and it's just like resting on my crown without flipping and falling all over the place. But that's a really good way to do it, and you can do that just with the particular stone for the crown chakra, or you can do the whole body alignment and pick a stone from each of the chakras and place them on your body. So that's an excellent way to do it, and that is one of my favorite ways for healing. So that is your crown chakra. That's your crown chakra. That's it. We're done. There's no more of the 7 chakras to talk about. We did all 7. So if you have any ideas, because this was you guys' idea, you wanted to hear about this, and I was excited. I didn't know how I would do it because I felt like it was too much information for one video, and it was, because look, we've been going a while and it's 7 different videos. So let me know if there's any other videos that you want to see in the comments. Drop it in the comments, let me know, and I will go ahead and do my best to try to get those videos done and out to you. So like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. ZuZuNatural. Peace out.